Dialogue 51. What time does the plane leave?
What's the time?
2:10, dear.
When does the plane leave?
Not until 3:45.
Why did we get here so early?
Because you said we must allow plenty of time for traffic jams and accidents.
Where's my briefcase? What have you done with my briefcase?
It's there, dear, between your feet.
Emily, where are you going?
I'm going to ask that gentleman what they were announcing over the loudspeaker.
Which gentleman?
That man over there with all the packages.
Who is he?
I don't know, but he looked as though he was listening to the announcement. Yes, I was afraid so. The plane's delayed. It won't be leaving till 5.
How did he manage to hear it, if we didn't?
Because he was listening. You were talking too much to hear.
What do you mean I was talking too much?
Oh, dear. Never mind.
What time is it now, Emily?
Dialogue 52. Were you at home last night?
Good evening, sir. Mr. Holmes?
Good evening, officer. Yes, that's right. John Holmes. Won't you come in?
Thank you. May I ask you a few questions?
Yes, of course. Won't you sit down?
Thank you. It's about last night. Were you at home, Mr. Holmes?
Yes, Sergeant, I was, actually. I wasn't feeling very well.
Were you alone?
Yes. My wife had gone to the cinema with a friend.
Did you go out at all?
No, I stayed in all evening. That is, except for a few minutes when I popped out to post a letter.
Do you remember what time this was?
Yes, it was about, 8:30.
What time did you say? 8:30? Anybody see you when you popped out for 5 minutes to post your letter?
No, I don't think so. Oh, yes, just a minute. The caretaker said good evening.
The caretaker, Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes, the caretaker was murdered last night.
Dialogue 53. I'm afraid I think I'm lost.
Excuse me. I'm terribly sorry to bother you.
Yes, that's quite all right. Can I help you at all?
I don't know how to begin.
Well, the beginning's always a good place to start.
But you see, I don't know the beginning. I'm looking for a small, old-fashioned hotel where If only I could remember the name.
Or the name of the street?
The street? Oh, I've no idea, I'm afraid.
Or the area?
I know it was not far from the pier. Or could that have been last year, I wonder? No, last year I went with Emily, I think.
Did you say near the pier? There's no pier here.
There must be. My hotel was near it.
Which pier?
Eastbourne Pier, of course.
Eastbourne? But this is Seaford.
Seaford? Really? I thought it seemed rather a long way.
Dialogue 54. Fish like a bit of silence, don't they?
Nasty weather, isn't it?
All right if you're a duck.
Come here regularly, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Come fishing every Sunday, don't you?
That's right.
Not many other people today, are there?
No, there aren't, are there?
Caught some fish already, have you?
No, not yet.
Stay here all day, will you?
I should like to.
You don't mind if I sit down, do you? My talking doesn't disturb you, does it?
No, but it seems to disturb the fish.
Ah, they like a bit of silence, don't they? Same as me. I like a bit of peace too. Don't you?
Dialogue 55. A bit of beef at the picnic.
Picnics. I detest picnics.
Paul, do stop grumbling and get the basket out of the car. We couldn't stay indoors today. It's beautiful.
I do like a proper Sunday dinner. What I like is roast pork with apple sauce and gravy, peas and carrots and cabbage, and treacle tart for pudding.
Here's a perfect spot. Spread the rug behind this bush. Good. Look, we've got brown bread and butter and patty and cold chicken.
Blast! I'm sitting on an ant's nest. Picnics.
And the salad's got tomatoes, peppers, lettuce, cucumber, beetroot.
Rabbit food. Oh, for a plate of boiled beef and dumplings.
Oh dear. Paul, I do believe your bit of beef is coming this way. Isn't that a bull?
Dialogue 56. Listening to the plants talking.
That's a funny sort of position you're sitting in, isn't it? I'm listening to the plants talking. Andrew, plants can't talk. Everybody knows that. But they make noises. Not noises like the ones human beings make. Not even animal noises. Special sounds. You can hardly hear them with the human ear. Well, if they aren't audible, how do you know they make them? Come on, you're just joking, aren't you? I'm as serious as Sunday. Honestly, George, cross my heart and hope to die. What's that thing that's hanging round your neck? Looks like a sort of a snake. It's a doctor's stethoscope. Lie down on the ground and put the stethoscope into your ears. Hear anything? Golly, I did! How extraordinary! A very high-pitched squeaking. It can't be the plants, can it?
Dialogue 57. Nobody wants a mermaid.
Good heavens. Forgive me, but are you a mermaid?
Of course I'm a mermaid. You can see I'm a mermaid. It's most impolite to stare like that.
I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. Only I've never seen a mermaid before.
Well, now you have.
Oh dear. I didn't mean to upset you.
It wasn't you. It's just that I'm so unhappy. He doesn't love me.
Who doesn't love you? Haven't you got a hanky? No, of course not. How silly of me. Here, borrow mine. That's right. Have a good blow and tell me all about it.
He's a sailor, you see. He's so handsome and dashing, with his big black beard and flashing eyes. But he doesn't want a mermaid.
There. He ought to be delighted. You can follow him out to sea.
He says he hasn't got time for girls at sea.
Don't you think you'd actually be happier with a nice, quiet, ordinary, unadventurous chap? Like me?